Hello and welcome back to FIFA Manager 2020 here with Bassett Football Club at Rawslowgaming. And we are in our first season in the National League South, so obviously we haven't done that good for ourselves so far, but our aim is, as always, to get up the divisions up to Premier League and beyond and out in Europe, and stay along to follow along on our journey here towards it. We are soon in middle of this season or so. We were off to a pretty poor start, but last episode were pretty mixed bag. But overall, it is looking upwards, and this player, for example, is really something that will suit us really well once he's developed, or if he develops well in the youth team. We want to set a mentor to him, actually. We can't do that yet, but we will do that soon. And Craig did accept our offer to extend his contract by 2 years, which is really good. His base level is 52 or 50, depending if you're including the experience or not, which is actually he's a pretty good experience considering he's only 20. And he's actually been playing quite well for a couple of years here. Transfer, let's look here. Yeah, he's played 115 matches already for us, even though he's a young age. So that is really good, and that is really the only player that we need to prolong for this season, to make sure that we have a pretty stable team next year. Or next season even rather. So our team rating is finally up to where it should be. Our place in the league, not so much, but we are not that far behind from a playoff spot, even though it have been looking very unlikely from time to time, and still sort of is. But we will try nonetheless, and we will play Simpson here again. We want Simpson to develop, and we want Simpson to be, good. He is a good player, so we want to try and, grease everything, so to say, with him, and get him back into the squad and everything. So for this match, we will do some team dynamics talks. And what we will do is talk with Simpson here. If we can say that we will play him. Nope, can't say that. So we will skip that. What do you want? Wants to improve fair salary. He doesn't have a fair salary, I believe. Well, I believe you got a pretty fair salary. Maybe a little bit low, but doesn't really matter. And looks all right. But then, not really that much to tell him. So we'll just tell him that he did well in training. Got Ridge. Let's see here. Wants to get fit again, wants to improve. Yeah, we won't say that, just it will improve for him. And that should be enough. And we'll kick off this match here against Weymouth. Or it's not Weymouth, it's White Leaf, of course. And we'll do instant result for this match. 548 for us, team rating, and 461 for White Leaf. So it should be a pretty easy win, especially considering we're playing at home as well. And we'll do fight for every ball here as a pep talk. The pep talks in general kind of hard. And kind of also feels like they are not making that much much of a difference overall. The scoreline after one half here, 2-0 for Bath City versus Whiteleaf. Craig and Deshara have done a goal, so that's good. Craig scoring after his signing a new contract, so that's great. Overall his morale is superb, so hopefully that is something that he can take with the rest of the team, so to say. And we'll say, let's continue like this. It's overall really good. And yeah, atmosphere up to 17 and teamwork at 77. So this is like the best ever. So if we can ride this wave for a couple of matches at least, or for quite a few matches, we will have some good foundation maybe to reach that playoff spots that we so badly want, or even more. And overall, a good match by our players, but actually our goalkeeper having a poor match, letting in one goal on probably like one chance or something. But the final scoreline for Bassett versus Whiteleaf is 3-1. Shots 9-1, shots on target 3-1, chances 10-1, and possession 63 to 37%. So yeah, exactly, the one and only chance the keeper let in for us. So that's pretty poor, but other than that, a very stable match and really good. And that also brought us up to place 14 in the league, and now only 5 points off from a playoff spot. So it's close here in the middle, from 19th place up to 6th. It's just 9 points in between, and we've been very steadily here in the bottom part of it. But here is maybe our chance to come around. And number of chances obviously is pretty low, especially if you compare to your top here, Boreham Woods, 190 chances, which is pretty incredible, really, to be honest. But maybe averaging 10 chances per match is more than you need, but something like 7, 8 at least is something that you should have maybe. And after that match, apparently the board is all right with our performance in the league, basically. And team likes communication style, which is good. Overall, things are looking so much better than they were just a couple of matches ago, or in the middle of last episode. I didn't really know if we were going to get fired in the second, so to say, or not. Plus that probably a little bit late. So, but we are doing youth scouting. It's really key for us to try and do that. And speaking of that, we will be looking here to the youth team. And look that we have mentors to those players that should have mentors. So, Seymour here. Should you have a mentor? Well, maybe. But I will not assign you a mentor. 15, 16-year-olds is where we are probably going to look to give a few more mentors. McInnes is the player that we had a look at, that could use a mentor. So you will get a mentor. You will have Semple as a mentor. Should be all right. Getting promoted here for next season, but we have Spruill here. Have you developed this season, actually? Not much at all. But yeah, this is a player that really could be. We'll probably sign up to reserves as soon as possible. Well, the first thing next season, to be honest. And could and maybe should do. Well, we haven't worked on the contract, so Seymour and Whittle here, I think those are players that we should just sign now directly, and Evans to the reserves. So we'll do that, or we'll try to do that rather. To the reserves, we will try a bit lower wage because I think that's too much. We'll do 2.4. We'll do 2 years. And we'll do the same to Whittle reserves. Current season's 1200. Well, that's much more fair. We'll try with... you'll actually be alright. No, we'll lower with 1 to 1100. Overall, our finances is a little bit better, so we can take this as well. And Evans, well, you should be on the same as your buddy that is actually better than you and a lot more talented. So we'll give you something like that. We'll continue here. So a few things there working towards our future. It's all been about that throughout this Let's Play series so far, and it still is. It's always going to be that way, but we are now starting to... I'm starting to feel like we are really getting somewhere decent. All right, so we'll keep playing Simpson here instead of Simple, even though our assistant manager always chooses Simple due to the settings we have, but that's fine. And Bauer should be starting up to get up to par as well, so to say. And we will have a couple of tough matches here, I believe. Yeah. 3 really tough matches at least. So we'll see here. Once we do this 3D match, we'll try to do one 3D match every episode at least. Connolly here wants to improve. You should give more in training then. We'll give you something to do extra training on. Hopefully help with the improve request that he has, so to say. We'll do 3D match for this match as well. So our team rating 544 versus Oxford's 564. And playing away, so we'll just get out there and keep it simple as a pep talk here. And we get a goal against us in the 14th minute, unfortunately, so not the greatest of start for us. And that's also the scoreline after 1/2, 0-1 for Bassett versus Oxford City. And actually it looks sort of all right. And we'll say just play like we practice in training and hope that we can come back with an equalizer. So atmosphere is still really, really good at 17 and teamwork at 75. So directly there in the second half, we did come in with an equalizer, and then they actually did on goal, and we extended our lead, and they reduced it, and we extended it again. So a very eventful second half that we would have loved to watch, I guess, with highlights or goals. But the end result after full time is 4-2 for Bath City versus Oxford City. And yeah, a well played game if we're looking on the team ratings for sure, for both teams really. So was the stats then? Shots 8-10, shots on target 6-3, chances 8-10, and possession 51-49%. So overall, a lot more sharpness in the finishing area, I would say, was the winning factor here for Bath City, and a well-deserved win. That didn't bring us that much more up in the table, just up to 13th place from 14th. But now we are just 2 points off from a playoff spot, and yeah, as I said, really, really close. Really, really, really close everywhere. But yeah, if we're continuing like this, I will be so happy and so really sort of confused. But we are now really doing things correctly, how you want to do things in game, but you gotta have a financial ground to stand on, so to say, to do all things that we are doing, and that is something that we haven't been missing, but we have been missing it as sort of, because we have had so many reserve players earning far too much and things that we couldn't just get rid of. So a lot of legacy, so to say, and with the infrastructure also and everything like that is something that really isn't there for you to support it, so to say. And so we got around everything like that, and now we have a really good cash flow. We have 339k euro in the bank, so we have room to play with everything, except the budget is a little bit slim on everything, but that's all right. Evans accepted our contract, so that's good. Everyone accepted our contract, actually. So Evans was the star player. No, he wasn't, or was he? Zimmer was the... or Whittle. No, I don't know who was the star player really, but one of you at least got far too much in wage then. So, how is the reserves here? We'll just have a look. Zimmer, well, yeah, you're obviously not good at team rating 327, but having this correctly and all youth players binning up, this is going to be a good chance to get really somewhere, so to say, for those players, and that's key, and also key getting them with some match experience as soon as possible. That's always been my key to building up a lower club league. Oh, not lower club league, lower club team. Jesus Christ. Let's talk about getting things wrong. So he wants to be challenged in training. We will challenge you with doing something better. Strengths. Get better at it. And scouting. We do youth scouting here again. I don't think we can cancel that. We will sponsor a youth tournament for 10k. And we can't do that, or will not do that, unfortunately. He still manages to watch games a little bit, at least. We should renovate our facilities, but we can't just really yet. So that's going to be all right. I really want Simpson to get forward. If we're just looking on him in terms of goals, what do he want? First team regional, wants to improve. Well, he is a first team regional, and we will work towards it, so hopefully his morale will come up. And we will go to match here. While we do, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying this episode and everything around it, and if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button. So for this match, we will do a 3D match for this one, and it will be the last match of this episode, I believe. And while we are loading this, we will again go with give it your best. While we're loading this, not remember everything. I just said, well, do remember it and do it, but also if you have any questions or are interested in how you can get FIFA Manager 2020 yourself, which is a mod installed on FIFA Manager 2013 for myself, but you can do it to FIFA Manager 2014 as well. If you're wondering about that, I have a video on it linked in the description, or if you just search how to install FIFA Manager 2020 on the YouTubes, you will find it. So look for it, if you're interested in knowing how. Also in the description is a link to where you can buy FIFA Manager 2013 or 2014 if you are interested, which is an affiliate link, so it will help the channel quite a lot if you buy it from there if you're interested. So go check that out, and yeah, also do give a comment if you have any comments for me to play the game better or anything like that, or if you have just want to tell your story how you're playing the game or anything else. I'm open to suggestions. And with that, let's focus on the match here. So we're doing highlights for this 3D match. And so far it's been pretty even.
Chance here. He's usually
Maybe for sure now, though, the chances have been a little bit more classy or dangerous here for Weymouth.
Gets the ball upfield.
And nothing really getting out from that. And a really dangerous chance there.
They've worked this well.
But we got away with it, so that's good. Oh, it didn't get through. That was lucky.
They're picking each other out with ease here.
And how? No, it was offside. That explains it. I thought for sure we were getting a red card then, if nothing else. Oh, so close. So close there by Stacia.
Good movement, finding space. Caught offside.
Offside again there, I guess.
A lot of room behind the defence. Can he make the most of this? Must get. That's a useful ball. Will he cross?
I don't understand all the highlights it's showing us. Highlight for offside. Highlight for a poor cross. And highlight for another poor cross. We don't need to see a highlight for every save the keeper does if it's crosses and things.
Terrific ball.
A save like that, though, that's interesting for sure. And also, just let's go wide and everything like that. But
stopped him in his tracks. It's a definite.
So trying to be quiet during the highlights, not playing with any sound myself. But I know there's commentators that are commenting the highlights pretty well and pretty exciting, really. What's not so exciting is that I see there that we have gotten a red card on our central midfielder, one of our central midfielders, which is not good. But anyway, the scoreline after half-time is 0-0, which is all right for us for sure. But yeah, we'll say just play like we practice in training and continue on here. Atmosphere is still at 17 and teamwork at 77, so really, really good here still. Continue. So we are continuing here, and don't know why those buttons in the lower right corner still is there, or maybe they are always just that. I haven't just looked at it before, maybe. But we'll see here. So we still seem to be keeping it on here pretty well, considering we are one player short.
Off the keeper.
And I guess I shouldn't have said that, but somehow we managed to save that extremely dangerous chance.
There are times when he tries to win the match on his own.
Oh, so close there. So close there. Bad bad passing really,
That
or
will be offside.
passing too late, so he turned back. But a super try there by the Shara.
Controlled that well as it dropped to him, in position to cross the ball. Look how quick it was always going to be the goalkeepers.
Yeah, not really dangerous, shooting straight at the keeper. And our assistant manager do substitutions so late in general, or at least sometimes, but this time I guess it depends on the red card.
Problems here if he can get a cross in. Plenty of players committed to this attack. Needed a better cross than that.
Looked a bit dangerous, that cross down, but still safe hands from the keeper, I guess. Or is he not going to do any changes because of this? I don't know. Is this the highlight moment of everything in the match? I think it is. No? I don't know. Is it now?
And the score here is 0-0.
Right. Right. This is new-ish. So the scoreline after full time is 0-0. Shots 3-4. Shots on target 0-3. Possession 47-53%. I mean, so overall, well, sort of a fair result.
Another those
I guess.
matches which may have turned out differently if
it's coming so strange here, really, in this match. After that red card or something. Here we go. But yeah, no substitutions. I guess that were due to something. Yeah, due to something. But that doesn't really matter. We keep it together. We drop 2 places though in the league to 15th place. Still 2 points off from our playoff spot though. So very exciting for the upcoming episodes of it that will be coming up on the channel shortly. But we'll cancel here and we'll have a look at the scouting here. Just sponsoring probably one day, and that's fine. Participate in scouting course, and we'll check off the mail before we end off the end of the episode. The Colin Thomas, is he the player that we just put up? I guess he maybe is. No, salary 1600. But yeah, we have players here that should be developing nicely, which I'm really hoping about, so to say. And not settled. Yeah, we can go home. That's fine. If you're not developing more, yeah, doesn't really look like it, so doesn't really matter. Not too worried about that, but there's a lot of those sort of things that is quite interesting in FIFA Manager versus, for example, Football Manager, I would say. But more of this is in the next episode, basically, if you want to see more. With that said, thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you next time here on the channel. Thank you, and bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.